The schemes of the wicked. Evil people get rich for the moment, but the reward of the godly will last. You see this pyramid scheme? They all tumble in the end. Pyramid schemes always tumble in the end. Even if years go by, eventually the pyramid schemes tumble in the end. So I want to read from the King James Version of Proverbs chapter 11, verse 18 through 28. But I'm also going to read it from a different translation. And so let me read it from the King James Version first. And this is from Proverbs chapter 11, verse 18. And we're going to read to 28. The wicked worketh a deceitful work, but to him that soweth righteousness shall be a sure reward. As righteousness tendeth to life, so he that pursueth evil pursueth it to his own death. They that are of a froward heart are abomination unto the Lord, but such as are upright in their way are his delight. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. As a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman which is without discretion. The desire of the righteous is only good, but the expectation of the wicked is wrath. There is that scattereth, and yet increaseth, and there is that withholdeth more than is meet, but it tendeth to poverty. The liberal soul shall be made fat, and he that watereth shall be watered also himself. He that withholdeth corn, the people shall curse him, but blessing shall be upon the head of him that selleth. He that diligently seek good procureth favor, but he that seeketh mischief, it shall come unto him. Verse 28. He that trusted in his riches shall fall, but the righteous shall flourish as a branch. And so here we have in verse 18 through 28, and evil people get rich for the moment, but the reward of the godly will last. See, deceitful people, they work at deceitfulness. And because of that, they get rich for the moment, but it won't last. And see, when you sow righteousness, there will be surely a reward for the godly, and it will last. And godly people find life. See, there's life in being godliness. And if you are a godly person, you're going to find life. You tended to have life. But when you pursue evil, you're going to pursue death. You will find death when you pursue evil. You will find death. And it'll be your own death because you pursued evil instead of righteousness, instead of being godly. And when you have a froward heart, the Lord detests a froward heart. There's abomination or unto the Lord when you have that froward heart, that crooked heart. But when you delight in the Lord with integrity, you delight in that, the upright, there is the delight. God delights in that. But see, when you have a wicked hand, it's not going to go unpunished. But the righteous shall be delivered. The children of godly will go free. You won't have that yoke upon you. You will go free. But if you're evil, you're going to surely be punished. And see, about that beautiful woman who lacks discretion. She's like a gold ring in a pig's snout. Think about that. Can you imagine what that looks like? You're looking at a fair woman, beautiful on the outside, but then you find out how horrible she is on the inside. Remember, judging the heart and the character, but not the outer appearance. So you can't be deceived by the outer appearance. You cannot be deceived by the outer appearance. See, God promises that those who give generously will receive back more than they give. Because you got to give freely. Because when you give freely and become more wealthy, but when you're stingy, you lose everything. See, God blesses those who are kind and generous, whether it be in their financial giving or in giving of themselves. He blesses them. And you know, in the New Testament, it teaches that we are stewards of God's gifts and must use them for his cause and for the benefit of those in need. You know, but if you search for good, you know you're going to find favor anytime you search for good. You're looking for that goodness. But when you search for evil, you're going to always find it. And I'm sure you've heard the saying that when you look for something, you're going to find it. Because you're looking for the evil in something, and you will find it. So don't run towards evil. Run away from it. Run towards good. Run towards righteousness, and look for the good. And don't be trusting in your money and all that other material possessions, because it prospers nothing. And when you trust in that stuff and put your confidence, that's false confidence in your money, you're going to go down fast. Because there is no tree of money that just keeps growing and you can just pick off of it. Sooner or later, that's going to be cut off, and that tree is going to die from the evil schemes. So don't put your trust in money, because you're going to go down. But see, the godly flourishes like leaves in the spring. You know, when spring comes and the leaves bloom and the flowers are so beautiful. A lot of people love spring. So beautiful. People, the trees are flourishing, the flowers, the plants. That's how the godly is supposed to flourish, like leaves in spring. See, those who bring trouble by searching for evil, running towards evil, you bring trouble. And you will even bring trouble upon your families. And see, when you are evil, you are going to find death. See, because God has decreed penalties for actions that violate his laws. The unrighteous will ultimately pay for their sins and their disregard of God and others. And we see that so much. There are a lot of people doing wrong, and they're going to eventually pay for their sins. Now, you can add whoever names you want to add into the comments, because I'm sure you have an ideal of things that are going on in this world with the people that are, you know, using their money for evil. They got schemes, they have pyramids, evil lifestyles, they're harming people, they're violating people and their rights. You know, they're treating sin like a sport or like a joke. They've done all type of stuff to hurt others. The schemes of the rich, evil lifestyles, and women that lack discretion. They have an outer appearance of beauty and they're fair into the eyes. But then you got to look beyond that outer appearance and look at the heart and see what's going on inside. And the only way you can do that is get to know folks instead of just jumping quickly to the outer appearance of that woman, because they're just going to be like a gold ring in a pig's snout. That's not attractive. A ring in a pig's snout. You know what a snout looks like? Can you imagine those things? So all I'm saying, my brothers and sisters, search for the good, run towards righteousness, and stay away from evil. God bless you all.